Hello and welcome to an update video for a new project I'm working on. Um, this project doesn't actually have a name just yet, and it's currently in its prototype phase. But I wanted to show it off as then I have a record of how it's developed over the next 3 months, because that is the expiration date for this project. Whatever this project exists in whatever form, in 3 months, it will properly get released. So we just got to take it as far as we can get uh, before then. Um, so, yeah, first of all, I just want to show off kind of where we're at. This after basically a week of working on this, but we've got uh, 11 more weeks for this to be worked on. And so, yeah, what you're looking at here is a gameplay prototype. We're going to do the art prototype in a couple of weeks. But a gameplay prototype of a little kind of colony game that I'm on, where you are sort of dealing with a sort of tank that you um, sort of have to manage and survive in this frozen wasteland. Kind of mix a mix of the game Frostpunk and the show slash kind of shows of like Silo and uh, Snowpiercer, if you've ever seen them. Um, and so I'll talk you through what you're looking at now. So, um, first of all, I'm going to pause time. So we've got a timer kind of going off now. In this game, it everything operates off a tick system, where every X period ticks happen, and you can kind of pause and play on this timer. Um, and so we've got resources up at the top here. We've got nuclear, cooked food, VHS, and materials. And so currently these resources aren't like consumed, um, but you can find those resources, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you're also looking at your tank here. I'm gonna have to your colony, I guess. I'm not in love with the name tank, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to change it. Um, but um, essentially, each of these are different rooms you have. Now, you're not going to kind of be building the internals of the tank. That's kind of a complexity that I don't need, especially for a game that I'm working on in like 3 months. But you will be able to modify what buildings you have on your particular tank. Um, and so at the front here, we've got the command center, and the back, we've got the engine. There's no graphics yet. And then all of these four are currently empty. There's no building in just yet, and that's because I've been working on some other feature for the minute. And if we scroll out, we can see what that feature is. So at present, I've been working on this map screen. So uh, here we've got different nodes on a map, and if we go to those nodes, so I will click and say go to this node, and it will start to go to that node. We get an environment. So this button in the top right just goes to the tank and centers the camera. There's still some camera work that needs to be done. But yes, you get an event. So wow, this is an example event. I've just added 15 building materials, and this is where we select in the replies. But I have added in some proper events as well. So we jump over here. We get to a proper event, random event. So we've got an abandoned house. A red brick house stands surrounded by crumbling terraces. What happened? So nothing's happened so far. What do we do if we want to explore it? As we walk up the stairs, a green glow emanates from the bedroom. What happened? We got one nuclear core, and then we can leave. And if we go to another place, and we're just going to center the camera, and so you can zoom in, and all of this kind of exists whilst um, you're on the same map. Like it's all the same map. Um, Another abandoned house. Let's explore this one, and we've added 10 VHS. Uh, so yes, um, what we this game's kind of going to be focused on is eventually the next kind of thing on my prototype to do list is to add in colonists, and colonists will another abandoned house, and we've got 10 raw food. Lovely. Um, Eventually, you'll get colonists who are kind of like um, walking around. What's the word? And sort of operating this tank and surviving. Um, and so that's kind of the next step that I need to do, and then we're going to have our different rooms that we're going to add on, and so that's really the next step. Having the event system in a way to get resources, because when we get resources, we'll then be able to build stuff using those resources. So yeah, that was just an important kind of first milestone. Um, Apart from that, I think that is everything. Whilst we're prototyping, I'm not going to release the game until we've kind of got to a point where I feel like it's ready to be tested. At the moment, it's not really a game. Um, but yeah, but thanks for watching. I'll post a little community update on what's happening with Archaeology Rush. It's not dead, but yeah, it's just a little hiatus needed there. And so this is the hiatus. Yeah, thanks for watching and have a wonderful week. Bye.